You know what they say? While the wife's away, the cat shall play. Is that how it goes? Something like that. I don't know. Anyway, my wife is visiting the fam, and I'm home alone. And you know what? I never do penny roll hunting at night. Never. But it's I want to do. I was just watching. So crazy, man. I guess I'll talk about something. Um, I was watching this auction on eBay, and let's see. This. The other one had 15 copper pennies in it. Let's see. Come on. Let's see if it's from the same person. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, another good one. Oh man. You know, when I was younger, I would have been doing something else. Oh, I think there's one more in here. I would have been doing something else, but I'm older. I'm refined. I'm a little smarter. Hopefully I'm a little smarter. So anyway, I was watching this auction, and man, I mean, it's so crazy what's going on out there with people losing their jobs. I was just, and there are so many videos now about all the poverty and all the crazy things going on in our economy and how bad things are for people. And I watch the news, so I guess that's my only um, connection with, besides what my family tells me, But it's not like when I was working and out in the as a social worker, and I would looking at that. Look at that. Look at how deep that L goes in. Let me put the light on. Look at that. I'm gonna look at that under the loop. And where I mean, I was talking to different people on a daily basis, and people were telling me stories. Oh, it's so cool. It's just a little. It's a little. It's just a little bit of. It's not even mechanical doubling, really. It's just a indentation made by the strike. No big deal. And I don't think this is one that I would keep for my MS tube. I don't think so. So I don't have that anymore. And here's our first copper penny, I believe. Oh, what a beauty. Stunner. What a stunner. So I basically YouTube news, right? That's what keeps me informed, and whatever my wife tells me, because she works out there, with people and stuff. What's that? Is that nah, that can't be a is that a humongous die chip? Not a humongous, but I mean pretty big. That's what she said. Let me see. Let me look at that under the loop. Yes, sir, Bob. That's a wow. Holy smoke! I got to be on a zinc cent. What you're 88? I would love to see. Imagine if this had the flare G too. It does not, but it has a beautiful dice. Wow, look at this. I don't want to spend too much time on it. I'll probably do a designated video on it later. Look at this beautiful. There's dice spikes all over the place. Let me find the. Okay, so it's a humongous die. Let me take a picture. Let me turn the light on. Okay, so we got the light. Here we go. So I don't want to get too close. Okay, so we have this huge die chip that obviously, since it's so high off the surface, that it's been rubbed quite a bit, so you can see the zinc, and then it has all these little die cracks. There's more of them. I can't see them. I saw them, and here it goes. You can see it. You can see them. I saw it in the loop. I'm having a hard time seeing it through the camera though. But they were all over it. It was more than one. One there. One there. Yeah, that's a cheese. That's money. That's I never seen anything like that. I never seen a die chip that big in that place. Nice. All right. So we have a copper penny and we have an error. So we're already on top. so so I know that things are really, really bad out there, and politics and all of that, and the job, people getting fired. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. My personal business for the past 5 years has just been going down on a steady decline. It's crazy, man. Um, Not that I don't rely on my YouTube fees. I mean, I don't make much. You know what I mean? It helps out though. I'll put that out there, and I'm super thankful to my members. I'm super thankful to the subscribers. I'm super thankful to all the viewers. Super grateful. Number one, to Lord Christ. That's thankful that, and and then everybody else after that. My wife, my family, everybody. Right? I'm grateful. I'm a grateful person. So, what's that have to do with anything? Campaign number 2. So I'm watching this auction. I'm watching this auction all day long, and it was marbles. Right? I have some videos on marbles. I really like marbles. 1992. We're looking for the close AM. That is not the close AM. That's what you want to see on the wide. That's a wide AM. And I'm looking at all those little shapes in the on the rim, like if it got hit by another coin. And I know a little something about marbles. I know, and I definitely know how to research them and all of that. So I know quite a bit about marbles. So I'm watching this auction, and I see. I guess the person must have put in, like, you could keep putting in bids, and you let people know, hey man, I got bids on this. You know what I mean? So let's say the auction starts at $10. I mean, you could put $1,000,000 down, and it'll show 2 bids. It'll show your initial. I mean, you could just put $1,000,000 from the beginning, and no one will know. It'll just show the one bid and that you're winning at $10. But this person had 5 bids on it. So I'm like, okay, they got 5 bids on these marbles. Copper paint number 3, 77D, and I do not think that was a repunch mint mark, right? I don't know. It's kind of faded. So the person has 5 bids on these marbles, this group of marbles, and I'm like, okay. So I started to do the math in my head because I know how the price of the marbles. I can't really see the condition 100%, but the person put near mint, so I was like, all right, you know, what should these marbles go for? That's what I'm thinking. Why should these marbles? This is pretty dirty. I don't know if I want to keep. I'm gonna throw this one out because all my pennies I put into either they're in uh, wrappers, or I'm gonna put them into wrappers for some future. You know what I'm saying? To maybe. So I don't want to keep those around. And I do the math in my head, and and I say, well, not for nothing, but it was a really large group of marbles. It was 35 marbles, and if you know anything about marbles, Popeyes, uh, corkscrews, and depending on how the conditioning they are, and how the size, right? Larger corkscrews sometimes go for a little bit more. Popeyes, depending on the how clear they are, and the colors that are in there. They can go from anywhere from $20 to honestly hundreds of dollars, depending if they're rare. So I did the math in my head, and I said, okay, that's copper paint number 4. And I said, all right, probably retail price on this group of marbles was like $200. And I said, wow, I can get them all in one shot. They're nice. So I said, all right, if I can get them for half price, that's great. You know what I mean? If I can get them for $100 shipped, I'm happy. You know what I mean? And if somebody's willing to pay more than that, then they can have it. You know what I mean? So I said, all right, I'm watching this. Oh, that's a beauty. I'm watching this auction all day long. It just ended like 10 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes before I started this video. And I think I got kind of amped up when you hear the end of the story anyway. And probably one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video is because I got a little excited, I guess. Oh, this might be our first zinc scent for the tube. And the reverse was so nice, but the obverse was. Let me look off camera. It's not. I'll put it in there. I'll put it in the tube. It's not bad. Pretty nice condition. So I'm waiting. I wait for the last few seconds. You have to be careful waiting for. You know how many times it happened to me a few times when I waited a little bit too. And again, if you have processes running, sometimes there could be an extra second that it takes for your computer to register the to communicate to eBay the auction. And I've missed auctions before. You know what that is? Waiting all day long, and you put in a bid, and it says you didn't win the auction. Oh no, it doesn't even show you bid. Oh, it says auction ended, and you didn't even put in a bid because whatever, if you have video games take up a lot of memory, and if you're playing a video game and you wait for 3 seconds, forget about it. And it happened to me a couple of times, and a couple of times also that the auction that I missed, like let's say it was something I was worth $20, and the person got it for like $3. I was like, oh my god, are you serious? I was ready to put like $10 down in the auction. The person won it for $3, for example. So here I am. It's at $15. The person's got 5 bids on this auction. It's all the same person because it's only one. There's only one. It's at the same price. It's at the starting bid, right? If it was different people and there was 5 bids, then it would have went above the $15. But it's at $15. 5 bids, all the same person. It's at the same initial auction price. And you can also check. You can click it, and it'll show you the different people bidding back. I didn't have to do that. So I wait for the last 4 seconds, and I put in $100. And let me tell you, I thought I almost missed it. I thought I almost missed the auction because it didn't say at the end, you won. And the auction ended at $15.50. So I was like, you got to be kidding me. I screwed it up again. You know what I mean? So it didn't say you won, or it didn't say determining winner, but the green, it didn't turn green. It was blue. And I was like, what is going on here? I said, I missed it. I screwed up. I waited 1 second too long. Because I got my video game up. I was like, I should have shut the video game. So anyway, I go into my purchases and it's there. So I won it for $15.50. So what did the person do? It was a $15 auction. What did they do? They put in $5.05, $5.10, $5.20. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could. You know what? Let me check. I could check. I don't know if I'm still in the if it's open. Hold on. Okay, so I misspoke. It started at 10. But it was hanging out at 15 for so long that I thought that's I bumped into the auction at 15. So I'm in the I'll show you real quick. I'm in the this is how you can check. You just click on the bids and it tells you everybody. So and you see it went up to 15. So I'm in it. So that's why I thought it was the same person because anyway, I wanted for that was it. Nobody wanted to pay more than. So my moral to this story, right? Started off we got a nice 1964 D here. Is that I started talking about look at the T. What's that on the T? I have to look at that on the loop. I started talking about the economy and people losing their jobs and everyone's broke. And I'm telling you, this group of marbles should have sold. I'll show you a picture. Hold on, let me pause it again. Most of you out there probably don't know too much about marbles, but these are some nice marbles. They're attractive, they're pretty, and a lot of times marbles like these sell for $5, $10, $15 a piece. So, I thought it would at least sell for $30, $40, $50, $60, But and I mean, I guess I guess the only thing I could think of to say is that who cares about marbles, right? If you got bills to pay, you got to put food on the table, and I get it. I totally get it. I totally, totally, totally get it. And I would not be, if I didn't have uh $30, I would not be buying marbles. Okay, bottom line. If I didn't have $30, I'm not going to spend $30 on marbles before feeding my family. But I had $30. I collect marbles, you know. Um, but it should not have won. It doesn't make sense. It should not. I mean, I really, like I know what things go for, that are in my that are within my wheelhouse, and that really surprised me. Oh, I got an 82. Yeah, this is zinc. This is a zinc. You can tell by the surface. See the orange peel texture. I don't even have to weigh it. I know it's zinc. We got an 82 also. Zinc, Philadelphia, large date. And it's just an illustration, very small, something very minor, but it's indicative, it's reflective, it's symbolic. It shows what's going on out there. People don't even have money. Because let me tell you, people, I know the marble community would love those marbles that I just showed there in that picture. They would love those marbles. The marble people go crazy. People who are into marbles go crazy for marbles like that. And you know, that's it, man. They're just not. I mean, granted, the person did have it ending at during the week. It is nighttime. That definitely don't want nothing ending in the week during the daytime. That's the last. I love watching auctions that end like on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday in the middle of the day when everyone's working or in school or doing other stuff, shopping, whatever they're doing, taking care of the kids. That's the best time to find. That's the worst time to put auctions ending, but it's the best time to find deals. That's penny. That's copper penny number uh, 9. Told you, man. Tremendous penny roll. Very good. Another 64. Oh, we got some DNA. I always like it when I get somebody's DNA. That's some hairs. Ugh. If it wasn't for the fact that it looks pretty cool, I'd probably throw it in the garbage. All right, maybe I will anyway, but let me just check it. Man, that's cool looking. Look at that edge. Tell me there's not. That's definitely 100% a shape. That is 100% a shape. That is so. I don't know. I have no idea what caused that. It's funny. It's a shape though. You can see it has an angle. It's angular. Got caught in some type of machine. Wow. Yeah, I'll wash that. I'll clean that one up. I'll put that. So I think that's copy paint number 10. Too bad it's dirty. Man, it doesn't matter if it's dirty. I'll just clean it. And not a copper. Not copper. Zinc. Yeah, 95. So, I'm glad that I got the auction cheap, but at the same time, I'm really sad about, the economy and the way it's not good. No bueno. No bueno. No bueno, man. Okay, this is copper paint number 11. Check out the B in Liberty. A little clipped. Let me look at it under the loop, though. It's cool looking. If all the letters look like that, that would be something. But so again, you know, I'm like I said, I'm not in the best situation, but you know, we have we're not we're doing me and my family, we're doing okay. You know, we're making it, we're surviving. Thank God. I know a lot of people out there, especially those who lost their job, they're not doing well at all, and they're being impacted a lot more by this crappy economy than others. I have to look at that. Probably post mint damage, but it is kind of odd looking. Hmm. It's a scratch. So, you know, thoughts and prayers, of course. And hopefully things change and things get better. You know, people are always asking me, "Oh, do you want to buy my coin?" I can't do it, man. You know, I can't buy anybody's penny. I can't. I'm just so grateful that I was able to get pennies from the bank. I mean, you know, if you watch my video, if you've been you can see. Look at that. Look at the double rim. It's not double. It's the planchet rim and the die rim. Just that it looks kind of odd. Cool looking, really. And you know, I was telling people go out there and get pennies, but you know, I put a lot of effort into it. I have to give myself credit where credit is due. You know, I was going out there, I was doing the videos, I was saying go out there and get your pennies, and I was dealing with the faces and the what's this for and all that BS. What a beautiful copper paint this is. Oh, tremendous. Come on. Yes. I can't believe this, man. Look at these pennies we could still get. What's that on his face? What's that? No damage? Yeah, no damage. Too bad it's not a feeder finger, right? But it's way, way too strong. Feeder fingers are little marks. That's that's a little mark, but it's really strong, like it was from a hard machine. Anyway, that's copper paint number 12, I think. So yeah, I can't that I don't have the extra money for. You know, I was watching that because of the marbles, and there was a lot of them, and I said, okay, it was a good deal. I treat it myself. But when it comes to pennies, I mean, I'll take donations. You know, my what's that called is in the description. Oh, that's odd, right? Look how it's split. The zinc is split. Excuse me, the copper plating is split. You know, if you want to donate them, that's fine. But you know, I have plenty of. Oh, there's something else I want to say for those. Oh, we got a 2009. Too bad it is so demoed. I'll still hold on to it. I don't even care. I'll still keep it like this. I don't even care that it's dirty or whatever. I'll keep them. I hardly ever see those anymore. In 85, I'm going to show you what I picked up. I got it cheap too, man. The guy, I sent him an offer, but he had it so cheap, and I saw people, and he only had one of them, and you know, I said, you know what? Let me just bite the bullet and buy it real quick. Let me go to my purchases, and I'll show you what I bought. super. It's crazy how excited I am about little BS. So if you're a member, right? Shout out to all my members, right? Who's still here at the end of a video? I'm pretty sure my members are. And shout out to all my members. Newest member being Israel Benson. So glad you're here. American Eagle Roofing Company. Keanu Kobe. Terry, aka Ter. Sandra. And of course, Eric from Kenai Collectibles. My first member ever. Still with me. Still commenting, still sticking around, right? It means so much to me. So for those of you who've been, and obviously, and everyone else who follows the channel, that I've been collecting pennies for so long. And you always hear me say, yeah, I got to put my pennies in my basement, right? So in my basement, I got all these bags of pennies, man. I went down there the other day and I started to try to organize them. And it's really, really super not neat. All right, I know that's not correct English, but it's super not neat down there. And I'm not really digging it. And I said, one of these days, I'm gonna make a little project out of getting these pennies. Oh no. I said, I wonder if they sell the boxes that you put the pennies into. Like you go to the bank, that box. I wonder if they sell them. Let me tell you something, man. They want some big cheese for these friggin' boxes. Some of these boxes they want. I mean, of course, you got shipping. That's a big problem with all this is shipping. But the cheapest I seen it's still out there. But the cheapest I saw it besides this one was $90. Right? Maybe somebody knows them where it's cheaper, but it don't matter anymore because I got these. And I know I know about what I think how many penny rolls I got downstairs. So I think this should cover all my pennies. So it's a 50 count of the penny boxes. So every penny box has 50. So it's 50. Right. So 50 times 50. So it could hold. I have enough boxes to hold 2,500. Is that correct? 2,005. Oh yeah. So I'm not saying I have 2,500 penny rolls. I hope I do. That would be great. I don't think I have that many. So I bought. Anyway, it came with 50, and it was $50. So it was shipped, free shipping. So it came out to 55 after tax. So yeah, I'm super psyched about this purchase, man. You don't understand. And I'm gonna write on the boxes like, oh, if like on some of the bags of the pennies, I wrote down like when I got them, and I'll write it on the box, and I'll use sticky notes in between, maybe rubber bands or something. I'll figure out how, like, if there's like a certain amount, I'll figure all that out, and I'll write little notes. I'm telling you, I am psyched about this little project. And this is where I get my entertainment from. I spent $55 on these 55 corrugated cardboard boxes. I got a basement full of pennies that I spent. Well, according to this, so it's 2,500. If we divide that by 2, that'll be how much dollars it is, right? Because it's penny rolls, and it takes 2 penny rolls to make $1. So 1,250. So you're talking about over the course of 2 years. I don't know if this 1,250. I'll know at the end, and I'll do a video. Maybe I'll figure something out. Maybe I'll do little videos in between showing the process. I don't know if anybody's interested. I don't know if anybody even wants to cares. See, see, my wife wakes up early in the morning, and I couldn't do a video at night because she goes to sleep early. And talking like at a regular tone of voice like this, I can't do this in my office because it might wake her up. So now I could talk. I'm not screaming or anything, but you know what I'm saying. I'm talking at a normal tone right now. So 1,200. So I might have. So I'm just saying, like a year of hobby collecting. If there's $1,000 down there in pennies, and whatever it is, I'll put them in the boxes. I'll make my little notes, and this is it. This is my little hobby. You know what I mean? And then I'll just keep doing my penny roll hunts. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. This was a really good penny roll hunt. We got some really. I can't believe that die chip we found. Right? Let me pause. Where's that die chip at? Take one more look at it. I'm gonna do a special video on it. Is it this one? No. It's gotta be this. Tremendous. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know what they sell with big die chips like that. I mean, the penny's in good condition. I wonder if that comes off. Yeah, it's not. It's nothing. Yeah, it's just a little. I think it's dirt. Doesn't even matter. It's a nice condition penny. It has this big die. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna do a separate video on it. I'm gonna stop right now. This is way too long. Thank you for all of those everybody who stood here and tolerated me and listened to me talk. I guess I never do videos at night, and I got a little happy about it. All right. Thank you. God bless all of you, and I'll see you in the next one.